Hello and happy International Women's Day to everyone. I wouldn't have missed this for anything. So, for International Women's Day 2023, which is today, March 8th, the day before my birthday, March 9th, I wanted to just come here and talk to you about some important truths about the status of women and girls today and why we continue to celebrate and also encourage increasing gender equality. It's better because as women we have better opportunities, but we're still underrepresented in many aspects. On an average, women have just about 75% the same rights as men, so we're not there yet. According to the 2021 edition of the Women in Business and Law, it reported that, annually, the World Bank, that there are 88 countries that still prevent women from working in certain jobs based on gender. The World Bank also notes that there are 49 countries without laws against domestic violence. 49. There are 45 countries without legislation against sexual harassment. And then there are also 112 countries where marital rape is not a crime. That just gives me the icks to know that. And reportedly, 1 out of every 3 women face gender-based violence in the world in her lifetime. So those are some of the facts that are still real, that makes this day a day for men and women alike to be aware of the work that still needs to be done to rectify and improve opportunities for women and also the protection of women and girls around the world. So how can you make this one of the best celebrations of Women International Day? Again, I have to emphasize that it's not only that there are still gaps there, but as women, we have come a long way. Even though we're still underrepresented in many sectors, we have come a long way. So yes, applause to us. We have more women now that stepped up into roles of leadership, more women in business that are really successful, small and large businesses alike. We have the first woman in government leadership in the United States right now, who is the Vice President Kamala Harris. So in Hollywood, when you look at it too, we have more producers and directors that are in Hollywood. So those are huge accomplishments that we need to celebrate as well today on this International Women's Day. But we want to continue to narrow the gap of us not being able to do what we want and to be able to step up fearlessly in every aspect. One of my favorite things of celebrating, Women's Day is, I have a memory where I used to work with teenagers and I would get all these teenagers together and we would have a lunch and share stories about generations of women, and we talk about some of the women accomplishments that are there, the top women. We talk about everything from the right to vote to being heads of government and being able to think and become thought leaders. So I thought, that might be something that you might want to do with your daughters, with students, with colleagues, church girls or church women. You can also mark this day by having such lunches or meetings that you can talk to them on Zoom or in person. Another way of doing this is contributing to non-profit charities and organizations which are supporting women's rights. We know that there are many women that are struggling, with issues of physical safety, insecurity, shelter, domestic violence, that need access and need a support. So you can also celebrate this day by supporting those programs. There is still much to be done for girls and women to feel safe, for us to be able to dream, and not only dream big, but to realize our dreams by having access to doing so. As I end this message, I also want to share with you, I'm very excited about 2 programs that I have this month of March where we are celebrating women. I have 2 programs that you will see on my website, www.drstemi.com. I believe for us as women to be able to continue to gain the momentum, we will have to develop the clarity and courage of our own self-power, and that is self-love. Self-love is the fuel that will give us that clarity and confidence to push through boundaries and to continue to break barriers in all aspects. So I would like to invite you to take a fun self-love quiz that I created. Well, it's a few questions that will help you, take a step back and really answer truthfully. Not where you want to be, but truthfully about where you are now. It will help you understand how much self-care you're giving into self-love and into yourself. So take some me time and answer those questions. Put your feet up and just relax and just have fun answering those questions. And right after that, you'll get an answer, we tally it up for you. So go on my website, www.drstemi.com. And on March 22nd, I'm so excited about this one, I am going to be live giving a free webinar on also introduction to self-love. It's free to you, loved ones, friends, children. Come, ladies, come. Because again, I believe it's important for us women to find a way to unapologetically love ourselves, our mistakes, our regrets, our failures, but we've got to know more and do more about taking care of ourselves. So it's important for us to value ourselves. So this webinar is one way of us discovering paths that can lead us to that place of unconditional self-love that opens up many doors and opportunities. So join me for this exciting webinar on March 22nd. We will be doing this with women from around the world, where I'll be talking about an introduction to self-love. Again, two things. There's a self-love quiz and there's also a webinar that we're doing on the 22nd. I want to see you in both of those. I want to see all of us stand up and take care of ourselves, because guess what? There's room for all of us to rise up. But we've got to be courageous enough to step into the doors that are opening, because there's no, regret that is worse than doors are opening, businesses are there, careers are opening, but we're afraid to step in. So let's not be afraid. Let's be courageous enough and meet on March 22nd, where we can talk more about introduction to self-love. Once again, all that information is on my website, www.drstemi.com. Ladies, happy International Women's Day 2023. My name is Dr. Stem, and as I always say, be encouraged, and I can't wait to see you on March 22nd. All right, take care.